Good day, everyone. This is Lois with Diamonds and Things coming to you from the Northeast. I hope everyone's doing well, and I thought I'd drop by and make a short whip-in chat to show you how my progress on my Make Market ornaments going. I have a few comments that might help you decide whether you want to buy it or not, positive and negative. But I hope you like this video. And if you're new here, thank you for dropping by. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification bell if you want to know when I put up a new video. And my returning peeps, thank you very much for coming back. So, on with the show. So yes, I had made a unboxing video earlier, and actually you will see this on Saturday. I posted one for tomorrow, which is Friday. So I'm just sitting here, like I said, working on this. And as you can see, sorry for going back and forth here. This is the Make Market ornament set. It has 3 of them in it. So I am working on the first set. And as you can see, I will show you obviously. This is the first side I did. And I was using this pen that came in the box. It has metal tips on them. And let me see if I'll brighten this after. It's pretty, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit here. This tip is pretty thick. And I am using the red wax, which works fine. There's no problem with the wax. The tip, like I said, it's wide, so the spacing on here does not work well with the space of the beads. And I think this is the first one I did. Yes, you can see it right here. Let me see if I can zoom you in enough so you can see this. See how that dot, I put that drill, I don't know if you can see it. See how the drill, like I put it on there, and I guess let me digress a little bit. I had done a diamond dots, which obviously this is not the same make, but I had done a diamond dots this past year, and the drills would not stay put. And somebody mentioned that it may be because there's too much glue on it, but that's not the only spot that did that. I had a really hard time with these back here. That I'd put them down, put the drill down, and they'd move. So, and like this one, this tip does fit, but it's going to sound contradictory. But it still is too wide, like when I'm trying to place the drills, it'll move in, what am I trying to say here? It's too thick for the spacing of the drills. It moves them out of the way sometimes. And you can see where it doesn't sit. It won't put the drill, it won't cover the whole area of the drills, what I'm trying to say. I don't know, you can't see that because my hand's in the way. But that's what I'm saying. And I don't know if you can actually see it. Because I know this is, let me adjust my lighting here somehow. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see if I can make this brighter. I did something with my camera, so there we go. Maybe you can probably see it better. Like this one on the tip there. It's off there, and it's off in several areas, but, I'm the only one who's going to see it, but I just wanted you to see like that. You can see that over here, too. And on that tip right there. It doesn't sit evenly, even if I adjust it. And I switched from this pen to my Diamond Art Club pen. And it works so much better. It's just, the tip is just smaller. And, I've had to go back several times to fix it. The drills are okay, though. They're not bad. Like this one is off down here. Sorry for the darkness. I was trying to cut the glare down, but because obviously I have my light pad on. But I'm working on the opposite side. I did both sides of this side. Boy, I'm having a hard time talking. And so I switched to this side. I'm actually working on here on this side right now. Putting the D's down. I did bag them all up. There's only like 8 colors. So I'm just going through the first one while I was listening to a YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna see how the rest of this goes. Like I said, I'm doing D's. These were C's. They're just obviously different color greens for the trees. I have been able to multi-place though. Kind of, sort of. So that's not bad. Yeah, that's not working too well though. I've got some putty in the tip of my 4-placer, so I'll just clean that off. Maybe that'll help. Hopefully. So what have you guys been up to today? I hope you're enjoying the cooler weather. And have you been out Christmas shopping? I've been looking for, advent calendars are, the thing right now because of Christmas. So I've been checking some out. My daughter, even at her age, likes the Gilmore Girls. So I've been looking. There's a new, well, I don't know, it's new. It's not actually new. It's last year's advent calendar for the Gilmore Girls. Yeah, see, I can't even, this is just not, there's a hair there. Anyway, I was watching a video about advent calendars, and I want to get I'm looking for a good coffee one for my son, although he doesn't expect any Christmas presents because he's like a Scrooge, but I still buy him something for Christmas. And I bought my daughter she doesn't watch my videos, so I can say this. That I know of anyway. But, well, and if she listens to this, she'll spoil her Christmas present. Of course, I wouldn't have to tell you what I bought her, but I'm getting her a couple Gilmore Girls Christmas presents. So I was starting to say that I wanted to get her a Gilmore Advent calendar. Gilmore Girls, I should say, Advent calendar. There's a new one out, but it's costs like $150, and a lot of the ones I'm looking at, I can't afford $150 for an Advent calendar, so I'm getting a lesser 2024 calendar for her. I've been also looking at diamond painting advent calendars, and there's a nice one on Etsy, but again, it's really expensive. Plus then you have to pay shipping and all that. But and I've also looked up cross-stitch advent calendars, and there doesn't seem to be many that are very appealing to me. So this side doesn't look too bad. What do you think? There's still some white edges you can see, but I can always go back and fix that. So I'll turn it around and do this side. So not much is happening. I ran around, did a little bit of running around this morning. That's about it. Oh, I cleaned not really cleaned it, but I have a fish tank with a betta fish in it. And I don't know if you know anything about fish, but betta fish are fighter fish. And you're not supposed to put any other, supposedly, They do not play well with others, I shall say. They like to chase other fish around and bite their tails or bite their fins. But I do have, there are a few different fish that are compatible. Actually, I've got a algae eater in my tank. And it seemed, at first when he went in there, he was chasing him around. The betta fish was chasing the algae eater around a little bit. But they've learned to coexist from what I've seen, so I'm glad of that. And I also have a snail in there. And it's funny, my daughter, when she was over the other day, we were talking about the shell. And because I know, like, certain snails, that one's not on there good. The edge of the red one, you can't see it from here. The edge of one of the red rhinestones sticks out a little bit. This one right here, it's wider than it should be. It looks kind of like it's smeared or something, like right around in there. But all in all, this ornament, I like it. So, but the snail, hermit crabs. Why am I talking about hermit crabs? Boy, my mind just went to a different direction. Anyway, I was thinking with the snail that I would have to, that his shell would have to be, that he'd outgrow his shell, like hermit crabs. But that isn't the case, apparently. I don't know why I even thought that, but his shell is growing with him. He's gotten really big. And it's neat to watch him move around in the tank, too. He's got these really long, I don't know if you've ever really looked at a snail, but, and I bought him to help keep the tank clean, along with the algae eater. But the snail is so fascinating, I think, to watch, because he's got these real long tentacles that he sticks out to feel his way around the tank. And he helps keep the tank clean also. But this morning, was it this morning? Yeah. I don't know, it's been a long day. I've been up for a long time trying to, because I have today and tomorrow off from work, so I'm trying to accomplish stuff that I don't have time for when I'm working, and I'm sure you all know how that is. Things get left behind. But anyway, my daughter bought me a live plant to put in the tank, so I messed with that, and I put some stones in there, and the directions for the plant, I'm done with that one. I have to finish this one now, then I can put them together. So on the directions for the plant, excuse me, I'm yawning. Whoops. It says to take the plant out, and it sits in gel and some little tiny white stones. It's like ridiculous, but so I took it out and tried to rinse the gel off, and separate the gel from the stones from the gel. Well, that didn't work, so I just threw the stones and the gel away. And tried to put I took some water out of the tank, because obviously you put more in and the water is going to, disperse accordingly. And I didn't want the tank to overflow. So I took some water out, and not that the plant's not big, that wasn't my concern really. I put some of my own stones on the bottom, because it says to put some stones on top of the plant. Well, have you ever tried to do that? That's like, oh my God, that's something to do when the tank is empty. because I put the stones down first, and I probably, because I was hoping that I could put the stones down, let's move them actually onto the roots of the plant, but that did not work at all. And actually anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I used some kitchen utensils to try to get the plant where I wanted it with the stones on top of it. I actually used I have this spoon that I used. I just used the handle to try to hold the plant down and move the stones on top of the roots, and that didn't work. So then I went out and got, I don't know what you call it even. It's like something you would use to, after you cook spaghetti and you rinse it off and you have it in your drain, or something to pick up the spaghetti, I should say. So I used that kind of a utensil to try to hold the plant down and move some stones. So I had like both hands in the tank. It's like, this is crazy. So then that didn't work, and I've got this big rock in the tank, so the betta fish can hide, and so they can hide. So I stuck it in this hole. The rock has a couple holes in it, so they can move in and out. So I stuck the plant in one of the holes because it looked like the root. At first the root was wide enough to keep it in there. So I've been up here, making a couple videos and doing some diamond painting, and I went back down and looked. Well, the plant floated up. I don't know whether, it just did it, just got loose by itself, or maybe the betta fish was being nosy and nudged it out of the way. Who knows? But in my opinion, the only way to secure that thing is to either put more stones in, which I do have. I have some in the basement. I should try that, or just empty most of the tank and really get in there and secure it, which I really don't feel like doing right away. So it's just the plant is just kind of floating along the top, which is fine as long as it doesn't get into the filter. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. But I was really disappointed. But I'll just have to, I can't see real well, obviously, because I'm not putting the diamond on very well. So I'm readjusting here. Yeah, I like this ornament, but maybe it's just because I've got the phone over me and I can't see directly on top of it. But it's not covering up the weights as well as I'd like. So that's my fishy story. But yeah, I really would love some koi fish, but I'd have to get another tank because they will not survive together. They will not coexist with the betta fish, or the betta fish won't coexist with them. And I want a pet that I don't have to spend a lot of money on. And it's funny, the betta fish, he's funny. He comes up to, actually what happens when I come home from work, I feed him, and as soon as I turn my living room light on, I've got an Alexa app light bulb in one of my lamps in the living room, so I just have to tell her to turn it on. And I walk in the living room, and close my drapes to my sliding glass door, and he sees me move and he thinks it's time to eat. So I go over there and feed him, and he comes up to the top. He's trained. He comes up to the top and waits for me to feed him, and I talk to him, and he's my buddy. Although, I mean, I'd love a dog, but, you know, I've been down that road before. But he's the closest thing I'm going to have for a pet right now. And I call him him. I have no idea if it's a male or a female, and it doesn't matter. And I don't have to worry about getting him neutered. So that's one of the nice things. There's no vet bills with fish. They either live or they die. I missed a C right there. But I do have to clean the tank. I've got there's a lot of gunk on the bottom that I figured the snail or the algae eater would eat, and they're not being too successful at doing their jobs. And I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing because it's dark. Sorry about that. I just... hold on 1 minute. Okay, well, I screwed up and shut my camera off, shut my video off, but that's all right. I was hoping that would be better, but I guess it's really not. Sorry. It's just the way it is. I did something when I first started to make it dimmer, but I'll have to adjust it after. So if this is bothering you, I apologize that it's dark. If you're still around, I appreciate it. I'm going to have an intermission for 1 second here. Let me do my snack of the day. So my snack today, I'm going to move this out of the way and zoom you out some more. My snack of the day is this from Hobby Lobby. So there obviously, it says 6 pretzel rods. They're chocolatey dipped. So I'm going to say made in a peanut-free factory. They're 4.44 ounces. Let's see. What's in them? Pretzels, unbleached flour. A lot of sugar, of course. Cocoa powder, whey powder, non-fat dry milk. You know, good stuff. There's 420 grams of sodium. 16% sugar. Wow, whole 3 grams of protein. Well, let me try one. See, have you had these from Hobby Lobby? I'm gonna pull one out. They look yummy. It's supper time, and here I am eating a snack, but I do this to stave off my hunger so I can eat later. Let's see what it tastes like. So let me know if you've had one of these. I love pretzels. I think I've mentioned this before, sometimes I'll go to Dairy Queen and get their pretzels because they have, I can't get this open, because I love nacho cheese, and they serve nacho cheese, queso actually, they say serve queso. So this is what it looks like. Get the paper out of the way. It has red and green Christmassy colors, drizzles on it. But yeah, pretzels are awesome. Oh. Good, especially when you're hungry. Sorry for the crunching, but they're good. So that's my snack of the day, as I said. Let me know if you've had those pretzel rods. I mean, I know they're all over the place, but I never, when I was in Hobby Lobby today, I didn't like anything like I had mentioned in previous video. I was disappointed because they didn't have any Christmas diamond paintings, and I really wanted one, so I was hungry and I wanted, and even though I was hungry at that time, I never even ate it. I went home. Actually, no, that's a lie. On my way home, I stopped at Dairy Queen and got a chili cheese dog, which is so bad for me. But I really enjoy chili cheese dogs. So anyway, what I was trying to say was that when I was in Hobby Lobby, I thought, well, I was looking for, these are bad for you too. I was looking for junior mints because at Christmas time, like the store I work at, they have peppermint crunch junior mints. And when I lived in South Carolina, I'd go to Hobby Lobby a lot because I was making jewelry then. And they'd have, you know, seasonal junior mints. Well, this place doesn't have them. So I was kind of bummed. So I thought, well, I'll get something else since I'm hungry. And then on my drive home, let me back up, with the intention of, you know, having, where'd that go? Having a pretzel rod on the way home, but I drove past Dairy Queen and it's like I talked myself right into it. So I used to get onion rings with it too, but I was very good. I was disciplined in that regard, because I didn't get any onion rings. Because I have leftovers here from when I took my daughter out to our favorite Mexican restaurant Tuesday. Because she's taken me out a zillion times to eat, and I thought I'd treat her this time. So we ate Mexican, and I have leftovers still, and that's what I'm having tonight for supper. Leftovers. I love leftover Mexican food. I love Mexican food anytime. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing my snack. And stay tuned for more snackables, because I put my snacks in my microwave. I was having, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. This is terrible. Whatever I did to my camera, I really messed up the lighting. Let me show you. Can you see that? I can't brighten my camera anymore, and I've got my flashlight on. But see how that doesn't sit right where it's supposed to? That's so annoying. I have to go back and readjust it. But, you know, this is Make Market. It's not a premium company, so, although some people might think so, and, you know, I mean, they're all right, but I don't, what the heck, I don't know where that one went to, but it went flying. But hello, you know, I want to cover the dot there. And I don't like having to go back and readjust. It takes too much time. I could be doing another one in the time that it takes to go back and fix this. Of course, you're not supposed to, you know, look real close at it either, but it's supposed to be going on a tree. But, you know, you're going to do something, you do it right. Don't do it half-assed. That's my attitude anyway. I don't want to work on something and have it look crappy. So I'm just taking a breather for a minute. Actually, I don't have I only have my, I did buy something I shouldn't have today. I bought a frozen coffee, but after I ate my chili dog at DQ, I sat in the parking lot and ate that. I didn't have anything to drink, so Dunkin' Donuts was on the way home. And I was thirsty, and I love my frozen coffee drink, so it hit the spot, actually. Oops. So all I've got left are the red rhinestones, and this will be done. I'm going to do that and keep talking so I can put this together on camera to see how it works. Because I've never done one of these before, so it'll be good to show whether it works or not, you know. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to pour out some rhinestones. And shake, shake, shake. I like these red ribbons on here. I think they're pretty. And I'm not, like I said in my other video, I'm not a red person, but, you know, oh, see, that didn't even stay. Yeah, look at it. It doesn't even, it's not even staying where it's supposed to. Oh, there's that other one. Look at that. It just moved right back. God, I hate when that happens. So this is my review on these, and I gotta put that C on there. So let me know what you think about this ornament set here. Thank goodness it didn't cost a fortune. It's pretty, but I'm not happy with the fact that it's sliding like that. See, look at that. That's not staying put. Look how big that circle is compared to the other one over there, like that one over there. Or maybe it's just hidden from the greenness. I don't know, but I don't like that. Yeah. Oh my God. It's just it's too big. The circle is too big. That's the problem. It's not that it's moving. Of course, it might be. I hate to complain about it, but, you know, it just does not look good when it does that. All right, last one. And I'll put it together. Oops. I will if it stays put. That one didn't stay put up there, or did I just... Maybe there's not enough glue up there. And that one moved. Oh my God. That's really disheartening. Look at that. I can see, I don't know if you can see that. You can, you can't. See, yes, you can right there. See the D's? Right there. Let me put my pen there. Right there. It moved. Hold on. Look at that. That is not good. I don't like that. And there's the red one, the rhinestone. They're all like that. Not all of them, but too many. Huh. But yeah, I mean, I've got to move these back. Am I being too forceful? What do you think? That's better, except the red one's still funky there. I don't know. And this is why I don't usually, part of the reason I usually don't buy budget-friendly stuff, because it's subpar as far as I'm concerned. The price might be better, but you know, you get what you pay for. And you know, I don't like crappy stuff. That's all right for right now. And put these away and put a C on there, and then I'll put it together. Oh my God! If you don't look at it too close, it looks fine. But oh my God, where'd my pen go? This came off over here. So if you're looking to buy these from Michael's, you might want to take a second thought about it. If, you know, obviously if you don't mind that these things slip and slide. You know, and you can't tell from a distance, so. Yeah, I apologize for the darkness. It's usually much better. Like I said, I don't know what the heck I did. I have to fix the lighting on this. I'll lighten up when I edit. See if that helps. Oops. All right, let's put this baby together. I'm gonna pull you out again. And we'll do that. Hopefully it'll work. Let me pull you out some more so you can see. That's as far out as it's gonna go. And I'm sliding it together. All right, went together okay. That's a good thing. There you go. That's cute. So I'm sure it will hang okay. What do you think? You really can't tell. Well, I can tell that. That red one looks terrible right there. But let's see if it will stand. It even stands. Look at that. That's nice. So if you didn't want to hang it on the tree, you could just, you know, put it with some other decorations. And it will stand there. I think that's pretty cool. Even though I made a lot of negative comments about the spacing and stuff like that, but it's cute. I mean, you know, like I said, you get what you pay for. I mean, it's appropriately priced. I shouldn't, you know, I wouldn't pay any more for this. There's another one that's off. That's at 1. So let me know what you think in the comments. And I appreciate you. If you're still here, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And I'm going to end here. And I'm going to continue working on the other ones. So hopefully they don't give me that kind of a hard time. All right, you all take care. Have a great rest of your day and a better day tomorrow. Bye-bye.